Okay, it is time for our Listener of the Week. Annie's highlight of every episode is our
For real.
Oh, is it?
Our Listener of the Week. Oh, she hates all the parts where you talk, Tyler. She's just like biding her time.
The low light is when you're here, Huckabee. The highlight is whoever the listener of the week is.
Well,
That's right.
I made,
I'm a great addition.
Tyler,
You know
I made a
it's not
joke
true.
on Wednesday that she got visibly uncomfortable for. She does not like either of us speaking. You know, I think it's people like our friend Cody that's on the line.
Well, our
Y'all
Listener of the Week this
liars.
week is Cody Jensen. Jesse, you want to read the 3 facts that caught your eyes about Cody, and then we'll introduce him on the show.
Did I ever? And let this be a lesson to people writing in. These are the kind of facts I'm looking for, okay? All 3 of these are fantastic. The stories better be great, Cody. You set the bar extremely high. Fact one, and I'll read them first, Cody, then we'll get into them. 1, Cody is a retired ventriloquist. He also won first place in puppetry at the Fine Arts. I can't wait. That's the Assemblies of God thing we were joking about the other day. Cody, so you have a little bit of intrigue here. You also have a thrilling one. This is thrilling. He once fell off a 30-foot water slide tower at a water park and survived.
Wow.
Wow.
Cody, you're a survivor.
And I'm assuming that led to the end of his ventriloquist career. I can't imagine he didn't land hands
To be
first.
determined.
And finally, this is the one. I'm curious about all of these.
Yeah.
He once, for some reason, hung out with Dennis Rodman for 12 hours. And once again, he survived that as well as the water slide. So, Cody, welcome to the show.
Cody Jensen.
Hello, shalom.
Shalom. Wow.
Oh, good intro, Cody.
Cody, where are you calling us from, man?
In New York City.
New York City. What do you do there in New York City, Cody Jensen?
I am a YouTuber and podcaster.
Really?
I was gonna say you're using a good mic, so
Yeah.
A colleague.
Yes, a colleague. That's exactly right. We have a colleague on the show.
Or have you infiltrated your competitor right now? If so, brilliantly done, friend.
Yeah, well done, Cody.
Okay, I am fascinated that you make enough money YouTubing and podcasting to live in New York City. Talk to us about the economics of your business model.
Oh my gosh.
I did really well when I lived in Oklahoma, and now I'm living off of savings.
Oh,
Attaboy.
there you
doing
go.
what in Oklahoma?
He's an oil
Your
man.
honesty is
oil man in
respectable.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, he used to go by Tex.
My wife and I, we are vloggers, so we just vlog in New York City. We have a podcast we do every week. So that's kind of what we do. We moved here a year ago, but we lived in Oklahoma for our whole life.
Before
that's
you
so
get into your
cool.
3 interesting facts, what's your most watched YouTube video that you've produced right as of
Yeah,
now?
what was it about?
We have a 300 square foot apartment, and we did a apartment tour of the space that we designed. And so right now it has 1.4 million views.
Nice.
Okay.
Very nice.
1.4
All right.
mil.
That's a lot of people you're letting see your house there,
Yes,
bud.
there has been a lot more people online that have been in my house than in person. So, yes.
Well, very
You
cool.
should probably keep it that way.
Yeah. Well, that is very cool. It's almost as cool as the fact that you mentioned you have all this savings from a previous job, and it says here you're a retired ventriloquist. Tell me about that career and how lucrative it was.
There's a lot of economic questions.
Yeah.
Right,
Well, we had the
yes.
guy from Startup on the show, so
Sure.
we're thinking about
Yeah,
the
there we go.
business of ventures.
Yeah. So whenever I don't know why, but whenever I was a preteen, I got into puppetry and ventriloquism. I just dove headfirst into it, and I bought every single ventriloquist routine and book I could possibly find. And then for my birthday one year, my parents bought me a Howdy Doody ventriloquist doll. And from that point, I made some business cards. I started distributing them to every church I could possibly find. Ended up getting hired for actual paid gigs to do ventriloquism.
Wow.
And I incorporated, Jesse, you'll appreciate this, incorporated some close-up magic with that. And you won't appreciate this one, so also some clowning as well.
So while you were doing ventriloquism, you were doing close-up magic?
That's
Oh,
awesome.
the dummy would go back into the box, and it would scream, don't put me in there, and then I'll get the magic tricks out. So.
Oh, I love it. I love when the dummy screams.
Cody, you almost have what we call in the business. Obviously, you know this is no surprise to you. The trifecta: close-up magic, ventriloquism,
Triple threat.
unicycle.
That was the name of my
Riding a
business,
unicycle.
the trifecta.
The triple threat. You're triple threat
Yep.
at that point. You say that in party. So why did you walk away from ventriloquism? It sounded like you had a good gig going.
We're not sure he totally walked away.
It was going really well. But then I hit puberty and my voice changed a lot. And I was not able to do the voices as well. And also I got interested in a lot of other things other than talking to myself.
So you were totally self-taught? You just did this in your bedroom after you got this Christmas present?
Yep.
Because I got a Charlie McCarthy doll one year, the ventriloquist doll, and I played. I
never
dabbled.
told us that.
I was like 8. I dabbled. It didn't take. For you, it took.
Oh, what I would pay.
Do you still have? What's the proper nomenclature? It's not a dummy, right? What do you call? What do you call?
I think it is a dummy.
Yeah, it's a ventriloquist dummy.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you still have any dummies that you still keep?
I have all of them. My parents have them all in their attic. Every one I had.
Oh man. Well, I don't know why you're making videos about your apartment if you have a house full of dummies.
An attic full of dummies. That's exactly right. That should be the tagline of our show.
Full of ventriloquist dummies. It could be the key to my success.
Yeah, you should do a tour of an attic full of dummies just staring at you. Like the found footage genre is huge on YouTube.
Yeah. Jesse, ironically, every Wednesday and Friday, I'm surrounded by an attic full of dummies.
Well,
Goodbye, everyone. No, okay. Cody, you once fell off of a 30-foot water slide tower at a water park and survived. That is everyone who's ever been to a water park's nightmare. What happened there, man?
Well, I'm burying the lead a bit on that one because my parents actually own a water park.
What?
And so,
what?
You have the coolest life ever. You're a YouTuber in New York.
I grew up at
hold
a
on.
water park.
This didn't even crack your top 3 coolest
He
facts.
has an attic full of dummies and his parents own a water park.
Let me just pause this for a second.
Yeah.
Cody lives in New York City.
Yeah.
YouTubes professionally and podcasts professionally.
Right.
His parents
/ blows through his savings
water
professionally.
park barons. He used to be a professional ventriloquist and has an attic full of dummies somewhere. Continue. Your parents own the water park. What happened?
Did you perform at the water park ever? I mean, that sounds like a perfect place.
Of course he did.
I performed at the water park, and then also, Chandler, you appreciate this. I had a small Pokemon card business where I would sell my rare ones using my parents' platform.
My God.
I love it.
How did we get this lucky, you guys? How did we get this lucky?
So did this accident happen at your parents' water park, or were you like doing spy work at other water parks?
Oh, it happened at your parents. Yeah, they didn't own it before this accident.
But like, your parents owning a water park and you're there all day, every day, every summer. Like, is it like you've seen how the sausage is made and you're not enamored with it anymore, or is it just as epic as we think?
This is me and Jesse. This would be our dream. It is my dream. Jesse, you would love it. It was basically a land with no laws. And it was just me out there, no supervision, jumping off of everything I could possibly find into these pools, full access to the concession stand with whatever I wanted, fried everything for free. Sometimes I would just drink the nacho cheese just because I can. Why not?
Living the dream.
Wow.
And guess what?
Love it.
You're running beside the pool and no one's saying a word. You know, they say,
right.
"What? No, that's Cody. He gets to run." So how did you take
It's
this
like,
fall?
hey, no running. It's like, do you know who my dad is?
The prince of the park.
I'm sure the lifeguards loved you, but how'd you fall off this water slide?
Okay, so I was a lifeguard myself at the minimum age I could possibly be put to work. My parents put me to work, and so I was made a lifeguard. And I was 16, I believe, and I was at the top of the tower, telling the kids when they could go down the slide, and I was bored. And so I started filling up water balloons and throwing them at my lifeguard friends that were down at the bottom. And
saving lives.
Amazing.
One of my friends, I was unable to reach him. And then finally I saw that he was getting close to the tower. So I ran up to the edge and I threw the water balloon, and as I threw it, I guess just my body weight threw me over the edge of the tower, and I'm falling head first towards the ground.
Your body weight being full of nacho cheese that you had just
Exactly. It is
belly full of nacho cheese propelled me forward.
Nacho cheese at a
based on
water
my eating
park.
habits at the time, and it is a wonder that I was not 300 pounds, but I stayed a healthy weight.
Right.
And I falling headfirst down towards the ground, and this is it just turns into a miracle story because I basically black out. I open my eyes, and I'm only halfway down the tower with my body wrapped around a steel pole like a sloth looking up into the sky. And I look up, and the other lifeguard that was up there with me is like leaning over the edge, looking down, and I just see him, and I just like look up, and I'm like, help me. He can't. I'm like 15 feet down. And so I like sit there for a second, catch my breath, and then I climb down the railings down to the bottom, and I head back up because I have so much adrenaline going. I like not even processing what is happening.
You went back up?
Yeah, I went down, and I just ran back up the stairs like I'm going to go back to work. And then the other lifeguard just looked at me like freaked out. And he was like, dude, you're like bleeding on your head. And I was like, okay, I'll go like, down. And I went into the office, and then I like fully went into shock of just like of what had happened and after processing and everything. But yeah, God totally, miraculous. God saved my life that day. There's no like logical explanation of how it happened.
So you basically caught like Dwayne Johnson jumping out of the skyscraper. You like caught yourself.
Wow. Right. Yeah.
Somehow.
And I have no memory of it. Like all I remember is looking towards the ground and it coming towards me. And then I open my eyes, and I'm just like sloth wrapped around this pole.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Well, let's hope the next one doesn't end dramatically, but that was a miracle. But how did you meet and hang out with Dennis Rodman?
Well, also a miracle. Clearly.
For so many hours.
Yeah.
Your parents own a water park. You were born into a miracle.
You were born into
a living miracle, Cody.
Yeah, I am. So this stems from my YouTube career. So the Dennis Rodman's social team saw my YouTube channel, contacted me and like, hey, do you want to produce a vlog for Dennis Rodman?
Hold on.
And
hold on. Stop. Yeah, go back.
Hold on. Dennis Rodman has a social team.
Again, with burying the lead here, Cody.
It was an interesting experience. They haven't really done much, but they do have a social team around him, his management team, trying to, I don't know, I guess make him enough money to live or something. But they contacted me, asked me to produce a vlog for him. So I did that. I showed up at this hotel. We hopped into an SUV, and it's just me and him in the back seat, and then his driver. And we drive 2 hours away to this event that he's going to. And it's just me and Dennis Rodman shooting the breeze in the back seat. And
what are you talking about in the back seat with
North Korean diplomacy?
Yeah. Can you put a year on this for us? Did you already say that? I didn't think I heard it.
Yeah, that was this year, 2018.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay.
So you're in the back of the SUV for a 2-hour drive. If you say you're shooting the breeze, what are you possibly talking to Dennis Rodman about?
Right.
Very awkwardly trying to think of things to say to this full-grown man who, to put it, I would say his mind is around a 13-year-old, and he is asking me. He's asking for my help with his iPad that he's trying to watch old 80s concerts on, and asking me to search for them because he's not for sure what to search for to actually watch these throwback concerts that he's wanting to see.
I have so many theories on Dennis Rodman, and this is playing right into them.
Okay, well, tell us one of those, Annie. I want to know one of your theories.
I just think there's brain damage. I think there's some brain damage.
I can concur.
That we need to talk about. There is something going on that he makes decisions like this. Not riding in a car with you, Cody. You're a great guy.
That seems like a rational thing to do, though. It doesn't seem irrational to watch 80s concerts videos.
I've watched many 80s. I attended some.
No. I'm talking about sitting in a car with another guy, a YouTube professional. And he just said it was like a 12-year-old's brain asking him to help with his iPad. I just think there's something we don't know.
So let's say there's 2 hours of you working on the iPad. What else happens during the day?
So we go to Atlantic City because he has an event to go to. He's basically been hired by the mayor of Atlantic City to come to an event and just be a face, there for people to like take pictures with. And Dennis Rodman is hating every single moment of it. And he is not scared to tell you that he hates every single moment of this. And he's doing it for money because he makes, tens of thousands of dollars just to show up. But he absolutely hates doing it. And
does he make tens of thousands to show up? Because I've been to some of these things. I'm thinking they're getting a solid $500 and just Rodman needs.
No, he's got to make way more than that.
They flew him from California to come do this, and I don't remember the exact number, but it was tens of thousands that he was getting paid to do it.
So we're talking Corey Asbury money, is what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Chick-fil-A money.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. And so he's just hating life, but is he looking back at you as like, Cody, help me out here, dog? What's your relationship with him during this period?
So a story that goes along with this that Chandler, I'm sorry, you may have to edit this out, but one of the other facts that I get from this is I never really played sports growing up. So I'm not really a sports guy. I never did the whole locker room thing in high school, all that type of stuff. So one of the facts that I get in my life now is I've only in person seen 3 my dad's, my own, and Dennis Rodman's.
Oh my gosh. I don't care if this makes the show. I'm so glad I'm here for this. Go ahead.
This is the best one. Oh my God.
Even if it gets edited out, I'm here for them. That's what matters. I feel like
I can't. Yeah. I mean, we're in the deep end of the pool right now.
Cody, and I'm a very respectable woman, but you can just tell the story like you need to tell the story, okay?
Give the details room to breathe. I really want to inhale this.
No, I need you to stop with that, Tyler. Okay, Cody, go.
So we're sitting in the hotel room waiting for the event to start. Oh, and I'm sitting he has a suite, so I'm sitting on the couch, just kind of watching TV. And he's behind me and next to the bed. And I guess he's getting changed for the event itself. And he asked me a question. I turn my head around my shoulder and he is butt naked.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's fast forward here. How did your day with Dennis Rodman come to a conclusion?
We had to hop back in the car late at night and drove back. And Dennis Rodman did not speak a word the entire way. What? We get back to the hotel. He hops out and he says, "See you later," and then goes in. And I've never seen him since.
Oh my goodness.
Cody, I'm going to be honest. I don't know how much of that is going to make the final product, but
I think we can creatively.
But I'm really glad we were here
for it. The audience that's supposed to hear it is going to hear it. Like our Lord's gonna provide.
Oh my goodness! Your parents own a water park. You were a ventriloquist. You're a YouTuber, and you hung out with Dennis Rodman for 12 years. Or 12 hours.
12 years, yeah.
It felt like.
Yeah. It may have felt like that at one point or another.
Yeah.
Cody, you live an incredible, enchanted life, my friend.
Cody, I'd be remiss if I didn't say I Googled you while we were talking, and I'm familiar with your work because you also are the man behind one of the great pastor flubs on YouTube of all time.
Wow. I'm surprised. I totally forgot to even put that as a fact. So that is true.
Was it your pastor in Tulsa who tried to say city?
What happened?
And it accidentally came out.
He
said
off-color comment. SH. Oh, wow.
So I was the creative director at a church in Tulsa. And early in that church, the pastor said on stage, he was talking about the city of Corinth, and he said he was talking about it being a sinful city. And he said, it's a city full of sin. And then he's like a city full of sin. And I happened to record it. I put it on YouTube, and that has over 500,000 views as well.
Really?
Oh my!
I remember
Cody.
I remember that video.
Charmed life.
Cody, I've waited my whole life for this.
Cody, this is going to play on the relevant podcast after dark.
Yeah, I was going to say, are we going to have like This American Life where there's an unbeeped version on the website?
For listeners, I just want to let them know that this episode involves the existence of sex as well as Dennis Rodman's intimate parts. Here is Cody. Here's Cody Jensen.
Ira's rubbing up on you, man. You've got it.
Yeah, I know.
Cody, I have a relevant podcast question. How long have you been listening?
I think my earliest memory would be like 2007, the whale shark era of the podcast.
Yes.
Oh, wow. You're OG, man.
Yeah. Right. The golden era, which we're back to now that Eddie's off. So.
Oh,
no. Sick burn.
And with jokes, Cody.
That was a good one.
We waited for you for such a long time. Yeah. You really eased some of our pain of having Eddie not here today by just being so funny. Well done.
Yeah, that was
goodness. Great. Oh, wow.
Lord gracious.
I don't know how anybody's going to
well done, Cody.
the audacity, the mindset. I don't know who is going to post their 3 facts about themselves.
Right.
We've had brain surgeons who are doing mind control experiments on mice. We've had today's episode. I just don't know where we're going to go from here. You know what I'm saying?
I don't see how we could. I feel like we hit the pinnacle peak, and I don't know how we could possibly overcome this.
Listener of the week. We're talking listener of the
listener of a lifetime. He's a listener of a lifetime. Cody, you are
just the listener. It's in capital letter. Yeah, the listener. Oh my goodness.
Listener.
Well, dude, Cody Jensen, thanks for joining us, man.
gosh.
Thanks for listening all these years
thanks for listening, Cody.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Man.
Thanks for being 2 hours of my week every week.
There you go.
Thanks, buddy.
thanks,
All
man.
right. Talk to you there. Thanks,
Sweet.
man.
Thanks.
Well, like I said, if you want to be a future listener of the week, hit us up on Twitter at Relevant Podcast and tell us 3 interesting facts about yourself. The more that they lead to good stories, the better. You know what I'm saying? See, we're learning. We're getting the rhythm here. You know,
some people get it.
Yeah, just tee up a good tale, spin a good yarn for us. Yeah.
You guys.
Again, we don't know right now as we're talking what version of the Dennis Rodman story you heard, but
we don't know how creative we can get with bleeps and edits, but let's just say you may not have heard everything and things got weird.
Let's be clear. Cody didn't get weird on us. No. Dennis Rodman got weird on Cody.
No, yeah.
Cody's doing his part, which is recounting a truthful
This
tale.
wasn't a Cody problem. This is a Dennis Rodman. You guys.
Oh my goodness.
That's probably my favorite.
I mean, he really did bury the lead that his parents owned a water park. What a treat.
Yeah.
Literally
what a great life.
That's fact number 1. You know, I grew up my parents on a water park.
I appreciated the development, though. It was like a surprise.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing.
He's a professional YouTuber, so he knows how to tell a story.
Many thanks to also Cody Jensen for joining us.
Really, many thanks to Cody Jensen.
I'm going to be thinking about that segment for a while.
Same.
Not voluntary. Unfortunately, I will be thinking.
Best one yet, for sure.
Yeah. Hands down.
All right. On that note, we'll wrap it up. I'm Cameron Strang.
Chandler Strang.
I'm Jesse Carey.
Tyler Huckabee.
And I'm Annie F. Downs.
We'll see you next Wednesday.